Coming in from Dubai of an Iranian drone strike. I'm going to bring Anjana Shankar in from Abu Dhabi live in just a moment. Intelligence officers' headquarters in Dubai apparently hit by an Iranian drone. We're going to try and confirm some of the details coming in. US intelligence officers' quarters or headquarters. I want to be careful once again about the information here on NDTV, but this is some kind of a drone attack in Dubai. Pictures coming in, a large plume of smoke. The precise location is not confirmed just yet, but this is coming in from internal sources. Anjana Shankar is live with us from the UAE. She's in Abu Dhabi. Not in Dubai, she's in Abu Dhabi, but she's in touch with what's going on. Anjana, anything you're hearing about this? A fresh piece of information and a fresh video clip coming in early this morning of what appears to be a drone strike in Dubai.
Hi, Shiv. As you're playing it on your screen, I can also see images on social media being shared by people about this fresh attacks. There's, as you see, some plumes of smoke rising. Looks like a drone strike, but there is no official confirmation. And I think that is one thing which we have been talking about since yesterday. There's a lot of images and even some pictures and videos of old fires being shared on social media, and authorities have warned against it. So I would definitely wait for an official confirmation. But as we speak, there is also reports coming out of Doha that there is a drone strike in Doha. There is a video now being shared by a few people that in the last few minutes there was a strike on Doha. So, it's a very fluid situation. We have to keep watching and look at official confirmations. But one thing is sure, I think this drone warfare is changing the game here. Yesterday with this 137 missiles and attacks, see, UAE's air defense system, particularly THAAD, the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, and also we have Patriot system and the Air Force interceptions have been successfully thwarting the missile attacks. But this drone attacks that Iran is now launching is what is going to be a huge threat. And we have seen how, whether it is in between the war in Russia and Ukraine, it is the drone warfare that's changing, because it is a long range, it is cheap, and for Iran, for a sustained attack on the US air bases or of US allies in the Gulf states, they will definitely count on drones because it's cheaper. Unlike missiles, and Iran has, as we know, estimated like around 3,000 ballistic missiles. But drones, it's cheap to make, they can sustain it for a long time, and that is what we are seeing now. More and more drone strikes on targets.
And Anjana, why Dubai specifically in your view? The Al Dhafra base, I can understand that's near Abu Dhabi where you are. But Dubai, this is purely for the spectacle, because it is a big metropolis, because everybody will be watching. Is that why they've chosen Dubai? There appears to be a fresh wave of attacks in Dubai this morning.
See, that is one question that is baffling a lot
because
of
it's not particularly a military city or anything. It's a commercial hub.
Yeah, it is a commercial hub. It is a tourist hub. And, we are talking about attacks, drone strikes on the Dubai airport. One of the busiest airports, 95 million passengers they have handled in 2025. At any point, there are millions of passengers transiting through it. And why would Iran want to strike a city like Dubai? And as I said, if you look at the geopolitics and the dynamics here, Iran is just a few miles away from Dubai, and the trade between Iran and Dubai, especially UAE generally, is prolific. In fact, all the sanctions hit economy of Iran has thrived because of its trade relations and its trade with Dubai and UAE specifically. So why would they want to hit? I think it's not just spectacle. If it is a pressure tactics, we have to understand, Dubai or UAE specifically has more to lose than Iran. Iran they are facing an existential crisis. Israel and US forces are out to draw blood in Iran, and maybe they can and they will sustain this military conflict. But if you look at things from a Gulf perspective or from a UAE perspective specifically, That's the last thing UAE wants, to have a sustained military operation. Though we have superior military power, we have a strong air defense system, as we saw last night, intercepting most of them. But this kind of sustained campaign is not exactly what UAE doesn't want, because we have, the country has more to lose. It is, as I said, it is a huge global financial hub. It is a place that hosts the most number of millionaires or billionaires in the world. So the last thing that UAE would want to avoid, that this will continue, if this doesn't look like an isolated strike or, a limited strike. So I think what Iran could be thinking at this point is, this is a pressure tactics that UAE, which has very close ties with the US.
Anjana, just stay with me for a moment. Stay with me for a moment. Vishnu wants to jump in on this fresh wave attacks in Dubai. Vishnu, what are you hearing? We've got those images on our screen as well.
The video that we are seeing on the top right, the big video, is of a part, I believe, close to Terminal 1 at Dubai International Airport. So this had been struck yesterday, and this is a fresh strike, it appears, in that area. You can see the aircraft in the back. I've been able to corroborate this as well. So this is another attack, and it could be related to falling debris as well. But it does appear to be a fresh attack. The location is a part of Dubai Airport, Chief.
Specifically the Dubai airport. So we've got pictures from both inside the Dubai airport as well as outside. As Vishnu said, you can see aircraft in the background. So that is the Dubai International Airport. Remember, the airport is closed at this point of time. No flight operations are taking place. But that plume of smoke is either a drone strike or it could be falling debris, as Vishnu said. But whatever it is, that's a big plume of smoke. Clearly some damage on the ground, and it further reinforces that airspace over the United Arab Emirates is completely closed. No flights happening anywhere near this place. Dubai, one of the busiest international airports in the world, a transition point for millions of passengers on a daily basis, is closed. And that is the Dubai International Airport that you're looking at that has been struck just minutes ago. Big plume of smoke coming in. Anjana, jumping back to you on this, there has been, the United Arab Emirates has said that all areas will be protected. The IRGC, by the way, has announced attacks on 27 US bases in the Middle East. So we are going to see more attacks for sure, but I want to dwell on this image for the moment. As of now, Anjana, no official information coming out from state media, from the government yet on what's going on in Dubai?
Not yet. As you are playing these visuals, I still don't see an official confirmation on this particular incident. But earlier, I think they had said that there was debris that fell, and there was an incident connected to the Dubai International Airport. If this is a fresh one, as you are claiming, we have to wait for that confirmation. But even now, as these visuals are playing, there are hundreds and thousands of people, including Indians, who are stranded inside the airport because the airspace is closed, and Emirates Airlines have also announced that they are suspending operations at least for the next few days. So you're talking about there are thousands of people who are stranded inside the airport.